Hello, and welcome back to some more Kona with me, Brad Fitzpatrick. Now, today we're in the Blaze house, which is kind of interesting.
The key, which seemed to be meant for a padlock, bore an inscription reading Cloutier et Fils. A company name. Better keep an eye open.
It seems like
Businesses weren't exactly numerous around these parts.
the story is basically separated by household from what it appears to me. Like each place is pretty much the game has a wide storyline, but every house has their own specific issue. So that's what we're doing now. We're in the Blaze house. I hear like a door, or something swinging back and forth. It's kind of eerie.
The spirograph amused Carl. It was a nice modern toy, aside from being repetitive by nature and completely useless. Still, it found its way into many Quebecois homes.
I wonder, what are you supposed to do with meat? Really? I guess so. It's a steak. I can use it as a... I don't know if it's a weapon, or maybe I can use it whenever it comes to wolves. I can throw them at the wolves or whatever.
The picture had been taken inside the house. It was the same wallpaper. Judging by the smiles, nobody suspected the impending misfortunes. Little Martin Blais with a family member. There was some resemblance between them, and Carl took note of the sense of bonding and pride they projected.
Oh. Notes from Martin Blais. My sweet Marie, please excuse my handwriting. I am in a hurry. I have to leave for North Manistan with Mom and Mrs. Roy, as they say it's far too dangerous around here these days. I don't know much about what's going on, because Mom won't tell me anything in an attempt to reassure me. But all I know is she has the exact same expression on her face as when I startle her. Dad and Mr. Roy aren't coming because they have gone to get Mr. Lamanche. They're real heroes. My grandmother lives in a very big house in North Manistan. You'd be welcome there. I must go now. Quite literally. Your friend, Martin. An unsolved accident. Over the last few days, a lack of resources forced the death investigation of Pierre Blais to come to a halt. The autopsy of the body conducted over the last few weeks didn't reveal any clue that could have helped the investigators, who refused to comment on what would happen next. These new developments happening in the context of the hypothesis of an accident, which is still, in spite of skepticism, expressed by the local population. The ongoing official cause of death provided by the authorities. The incident is said to have occurred in the forest surrounding Lake Atamipik. These French-Canadian names are so hard for me. Pierre Blais was found lifeless 2 weeks ago near a footpath leading to the soon-to-be restarted Cooper mine. Blais, an engineer by training, who was working on behalf of the consortium headed by William Hamilton, was repeatedly in charge of the development plans surrounding the reopening of the mine. At first, police had disclosed that the body had been desecrated. Today, the official version is that it was partly devoured by beasts, hence the original assumption that a crime had been committed.
Well, looks like someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yeah, I know, but it's not really that dark here. The bulb is burned out. Killers. Bit of reading to pass the time. it. I guess we're gonna go upstairs and see what's going on. I wonder why I still don't understand what the eye is for. That pops up every now and then. Got a nice collection here. New journal entry.
A window left open in that weather? Perhaps something had to be watched.
Yeah, something had to be watched. Oh, wrong thing. Ooh, it's a drawing. Lamanche. Impossible creation for mechanical drawing. Can I close the window? It's kind of eerie in here. Like, only the tormented mind smoke in bed. Kind of. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't smoke at all. Somebody was trying to leave in a hurry. Ah, a diary. I fear the worst for Alexander. He hardly gets any sleep. I thought it was the work, but it seems to be far worse than that. From dusk till dawn, he stares into the void. He barely speaks to me. His son asked him to play the ball, and he didn't say a word, and that he has to glance out the window. Last night, I heard him mumble in his sleep. "He's coming," he murmured. I don't know why, but those words left a deep impression on me. He woke up shortly after, covered in sweat. He couldn't remember his dream, obviously. He didn't go back to sleep after that. Chain smoking the night away over the window. He told me to pack my things this morning. I wonder why. Does he himself know? I'm waiting, but for what? I think I feel dread. I was half expecting something to actually be in there. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should, let's go this route. Oh, wait, no, that thing's not that great. Where's my hatchet? There's my hatchet. Yeah. Oh, there is a wolf in there. Alright, that was weird. Where'd the wolf go? Oh wait, is this my car? Why is my car here? That's kind of weird. I didn't drive my car here. I guess, I don't know. I guess maybe whenever you stop the game and you start the game again, it does that. So honestly, I really don't have any idea where I'm supposed to go. Not really looking at a guide or anything like that, so I'm just kind of going with the flow here. All that. But I do have a key now to a padlock. Nothing there. Maybe the padlock is for this over here. Nope. Huh.
Carl's big fingers prevented him from reaching the key.
Ah. I need magnet and string for that. I still haven't found a magnet at all, though. Which is kind of hard. You know, not hard, just kind of weird. I got a key, though. Is there something in the house that has a padlock? I don't remember anything in the house needing a padlock. So, what is the key that I got then? What is this? Kona Pt4. Okay, is there... That's not what I wanted to do. Ah, crap. Come on. I'm at Blaze. I don't know what the Kona Pt4 key, or whatever that's supposed to be. Well, I guess, honestly, I could probably go down to Bedard and Roy's house right now, because I've been trying to go to every single house to see what's going on in each area. I haven't been able to make it into the shack over here. Cabin A and Cabin B don't really have anything in there that I can see just yet, so I don't know. But still, I don't know where this key is supposed to go. Maybe I'm missing something, which wouldn't surprise me at all in the slightest. Alright, let's get in here. Like the snowstorm has picked up even more so since the first started. And reload. Gas station. Looks to be one of the houses. I suspect his mailbox, because he obviously has something here. Letter for Gilly. To Mr. Gil LaChance in South Manistan. Dear Mr. LaChance, we have carefully taken note of your complaint regarding the collapse of a natural cave in your property. However, given the absence of any actual damage or injury, we cannot move forward with this investigation. The natural cave cannot be considered a personal belonging. Furthermore, your claims regarding the landslides caused by the work of the new DW Inc. mine seem outlandish, as the mine is miles away from your property. Also, it is imperative that you secure your property, as you would be held accountable for any injuries caused by this steep terrain. This is where crying wolf leads you. All right, crying wolf. Alright, let's go down here and check out this guy's house. I guess that is his house. Got a big house. Nothing in there. You, on the other hand. Arrows are everywhere, it seems. It's the second arrow I've actually seen so far. First off, before we go inside, if it's hasn't been a habit. What? Do I have a log? No, I don't. Why do I still have a headlight? Alright, let me go drop some of this stuff off. Okay, what I don't need is... I don't need 2 of those. Steak. Don't need that many beer bottles. Okay. And let me go ahead and drink a beer bottle. Really? Why can't I get up? There we go.
The air was freezing, right down to the bone.
That's not good. He's already a block of ice over there. I want to check around first before I actually do any of that.
Looks like the holes in that puzzle are there to stay.
Yep, looks that way. Anything in the bathroom? Why does nobody have... Looks like they're repainting the whole house. Why does nobody have a magnet? The impact boss just moved here. Painkiller.
The pot was cold, and the stew inside wasn't cooked. It's likely that poor Giselle was slow cooking it before she got snapped. What a waste. moving.
Past yet.
What a pleasant activity. Of course, you'll find the record player only to find the records weeks later in some random box.
First off, let's do that. I'm gonna go upstairs real quick. Bertrand LeChance, 1948.
What a mess. Clearly, there was some major revamping work underway here. The place looked barely habitable. A nice white coating would restore the room to its charm of olden days.
I guess there's something else up here that I can...
Beautiful portrait of Gilles and Giselle, bound together by the chains of conventional love.
Ooh, found some more Polaroid film.
Many boxes scattered about. Carl didn't need to summon his detective training to quickly figure that the Lachances had just moved in. It felt like old people were all these walls could see for years. The Lachances could hardly be blamed for wanting to freshen things up a bit.
Chez LeChance changes hands.
The general store, along with several more infrastructures in the area, had been acquired by wealthy industrialist William J. Hamilton. Perhaps the village should be rechristened Hamiltown.
Founded by Bertrand LeChance more than 20 years ago, the general store, better known as Chez LeChance, is one of Manistan's economic mainstays. Since the passing of its aged owner, however, business wasn't as blooming as it once was. Gil LeChance, inheritor of the humble establishment, had no choice but to sell everything to William Hamilton, the rich and famous businessman who sparked a major controversy last year when he announced the reopening and expansion of his copper mine. As of now, operations at the general store are expected to remain unchanged despite the change of hands. Gil LeChance still helms the register. I have yet to find a clock that works. Alright, so let's
The
see what's going on.
otherworldly ice had struck again. The woman's hopes and dreams were frozen in eternity. Carl felt a cool, tingling sensation in his back. Another vision took over him. Something was hidden under the stairs.
Ooh.
The man grabbed his rifle. Carl felt a sense of dread in him. Perhaps their spousal relationship had been cooling down lately. It seemed like secrecy was commonplace in this house.
Oh wow, there's several things that are hidden in this house. Giselle's diary.
The vision's veil was lifted, and he was back to reality. A reality in which Giselle, Gilles' loving spouse, was motionless, frozen in ice.
September. Mother once told me when I first met Gil that I hadn't picked the brightest bulb of the lot, and as the years fly by I'm seeing the truth of her words. Always trust your mother's wisdom. That blackmailing scheme is a prime example of Gil brightness. He's like a small dog. He thinks he's bigger than he actually is. He growls, generally thinking he's scary, but everyone knows he can be pushed aside from just a little kick. He truly believes he can blackmail Hamilton, the big boss himself. It's going to be a long time in hell before our poor Gil can manage to pull off such a feat. After all, Hamilton's rich, learned, and influential man. Not only is that blackmailing idea bad to begin with, let's be honest, Gil is way out of his league, but Gil doesn't even know how he's actually going to carry this out. I don't even think he would. He's just throwing random threats out loud in the kitchen. He says he'll do it eventually, but I know better. Successful blackmailing requires masterful cunning, and Gil is a master of nothing. He's a slave, forever will be. I often look at that safe he keeps hidden in the fake wall, in which he stores all of his incriminating documents he intends to use. And I just can't come to grips with the sheer ridiculousness of the whole thing. Is it true Hamilton would still have to figure out the combination of safe where everything is hidden? Only problem is, Gil himself tends to forget the combination. He has a trick to help him remember. His father's first initial, followed by 3 numbers I had to engrave behind his pendant. Who could possibly have a hard time remembering these simple numbers but my Gil? Yeah, how would I know to find his freaking pendant? Okay. Gil has trouble sleeping. He will flail his arm and legs in his sleep. I told him his blackmail business would be hard on him, but that's the problem with idiots. They always think they're the smartest person around, no matter how hard you try to shake them. Hamilton will find out, and then we're done for. We'll have to move to Val d'Or or live with Small Fry. I'm shaking as I'm writing this. I can't believe I've taken part in this tragedy. I haven't done anything. Why do I feel so guilty? Poor girl. She was so young.
That window had seemingly been left open for a while, Carl thought. Given the punishing weather, it couldn't have been intentional. Carl had seen that kind of safe before. With its double-layered security system blending letters and numbers, its code couldn't be broken by the common burglar.
I don't know what the last 3 numbers are that are supposed to be on his pendant.
Many boxes scattered about. Carl didn't need to summon his detective training to quickly figure that the Lachauses had just moved in.
That's it. Sheesh, I don't know. It's going to be dark out. Let's walk around this place real quick and then I might... appear to be anything really substantial out here. What's the pathway here? Let's try this pathway real quick. And we're loading. there's LaChance. I don't see his pendant anywhere. I think that it would show his pendant. So obviously I need that. I'm not losing any, like... Oh, mysterious journal. Page 1. The beast enjoys long slumbers. The sanctuary seems impregnable. Ice is everywhere. I need to exercise patience and wait for it to come out, to think like a hunter. The beast often invades the settlements bordering the lake. It terrorizes the white people. They never see it coming, but they feel its presence. Cold dread grabbing at your innards. The beast excites the wolves, makes them more aggressive. One attacked me. I had to cut its throat. The blade digging its flesh made the sound of tall blood. Oh, I think we already read this one, yeah. This is the one we read with LaChance. And his thing. Didn't we? I guess this may have been the cave that fell in. I guess there's another cave that's over this way. Alright, so let's go see what we can find. Reloading. Cavern. You're right. It has been felled. Okay, but that tells me what's going on there. Can I make it up these banks? Yes, I can. And now we're back at the LaChance house. I'm going to take it a second here. And alright guys, we're going to leave this right here and we'll get back to it in a moment. But until then, remember, be kind to each other. And I'll see you in the next video.